Hi everyone, today I'm showing you how to knit this ultimate beginner-friendly scarf. This project is perfect whether you're picking up knitting needles for the very first time or you just want a relaxed stash-busting weekend project. We'll be using thick cozy yarn and working only with simple stitches, just easy meditative garter stitch from start to finish. We're knitting a basic rectangular and giving it a quick seam after washing. Totally doable even for beginner. Let's get started. I'm using this Drops Baby Merino. I'm using color 26. I don't know if it's still available. I bought it quite a few years ago. I cannot really recommend you guys this yarn because I'm not a huge fan of the quality, but that's what I have in my stash and I want to use it. You can use the same 50 grams equals 175 meters or 191 yards, and I'll be doing 2 threads, double thread, or you can go for 50 grams equals 90 meters and just do 1 thread. It's possible to use different yarns because this is somewhat a freestyle project, and that's the beauty of it. If you have some yarn that you want to use and get rid of your stash, like 2-3 skeins would be plenty. If you have 2.5, for example, also perfect. Just use up every bit of your stash yarn and create this beautiful scarf. So I also need scissors, measuring tape, tapestry needle to hide the threads, but you can use a hook if you prefer that. And the needles, I'm using 5.5 millimeters. This is my cubics. They are normally goes a little bit smaller than the round one, so it would be like 5.25, something like that. So you can use either 5.5 or 5. You can cast on and see if you like your work on the needles number 5 or 5.5, and then choose one, or just pick any. It's very easy peasy stash busting project, and let's get started. Cast on 50 stitches. I'm using a regular long tail cast on. I'm just forming this triangle here, put my needle on top, and then grab the yarn like this, and this one. This is the first 2 stitches, and then I go like this. If you need, I have a more detailed tutorial link down below. 10 stitches, maybe 55 if you want to have it a little bit wider, but keep in mind if it's very wide it can open your neck a little bit more than you want to. If you keep a little bit less wide, like 50 stitches, it will be more close to your neck, and this way it will protect you more against the cold and wind. Yeah, cast on 50 stitches plus 2 edge stitches that they won't participate in our pattern match, so 52 in total. And the first stitch we slip, we always do slip the first stitch to create nice edge, and then I need all the stitches of this row. I'm using continental style. If you want to master continental style, I have tutorials as well. You can see them down below. So I knit to the end of the row. The last stitch I knit as well. Second row. Pay attention that the thread is going behind work, and we just slip the stitch like this. You can pull it now, or you can knit one stitch and pull it a little bit so it will form nicer edge. just knit everything, as this is very easy pattern. Just knit everything and pay attention to the edges, and yeah, very mindless. And again, last stitch we also knit. I know most of the time I pull last stitch, but here to form nice edge we knit. Show you last time. So this is the beginning of the third row. Here you see my thread is like this behind, and I'll just slip like so, knit one stitch, and then I pull the thread a little bit so the edge will look a little bit neater, and carry on knitting like this. The lengths you need, I think mine would be approximately 45 centimeters. I'll see how it goes and how much yarn I have left. Maybe it would be slightly longer or shorter, and then I'll see you guys there. So just basically knit the same every row, just knit stitch and do this nice edges in the end. I knitted 42 centimeters length, and I'm in the end of my yarn. Here you see I have a little bit left to bind off, but that's pretty much it. I also have this long thread to seam edges afterwards, connecting the two edges to create this scarf, like so. If you wish to make it a little bit wider, you feel free to knit more, and of course if you need cast on more stitches, then it would be better and more symmetrical if you need longer. For me, I was aiming for 45 centimeters, but it's not a huge difference, and I just bind off, and link the tutorial below for you how to do this perfect bind off for this garter stitch. I think it's makes sense to use it here to create neat edges. So I bind off the scarf. The bind off is semi-stretchy, and so now I'll just wash my scarf, and then after it dries I'll connect the pieces together and seam it.